the chief political commentator at The Independent, John Rentoul. John, welcome to the programme. How would you...
Hi there.
Hiya. How would you sum up Boris Johnson's week?
He's had a shocking week. I think the polls have narrowed only marginally, but I think he's done himself some serious long-term damage. I think trying to overturn an independent decision that one of his MPs broke the rules on paid lobbying was a terrible mistake, and he admitted it by reversing position the next day and embarrassing his MPs. So not only did he make them look corrupt, he made himself look incompetent.
Well, I mean, come on, this is not the first time that he's done a U-turn on things. I mean, he's always doing it, so it shouldn't really be that much of a surprise that he's done it again. How much...
No, U-turns are a good thing.
Yeah, well, they are, aren't they? And the fact that he's...
Well, if you U-turn from a wrong position to a right position, exactly, then they're a good thing.
Well,
but people will remember what he tried to do. It's like that time when he tried to get out of the isolation rules after coming into contact with Sajid Javid. He and Rishi Sunak thought they would take advantage of some cockamamie pilot scheme, which didn't actually exist, I don't think. But then he had to back down within a few hours. He's done the same this time. But people remember what he was trying to do in the first place. He was trying to dodge the rules. But
these polls, though, I mean, I'm not convinced that the Labour Party are only 1 point ahead or behind. Do you really think that people are that bothered about it?
No, I mean, not most people, no, but I think there will be some people who will be disappointed. I think it will have some effect on undecided voters because I think Boris Johnson has done himself absolutely no favours with this one. He's been quite popular most of the year, which is surprising for a mid-term Prime Minister. To be fair, the next election's probably 2.5 years away, so it's probably pointless to speculate at all. But I think he's done himself harm. And if there were an election tomorrow, anything can happen. I mean, if you don't, are you saying you don't believe Labour's only 1 point behind? They're really about 20 points ahead.
No, I'm saying that I simply believe the Conservatives are way further ahead still. I don't think this is enough. I mean, there's the Labour MP who was, threatening to put acid on someone's face. I mean, there are so...
But she's not a Labour MP anymore. She got chucked out.
Well, she did get chucked out.
What matters... Yeah, but what matters in all this is how the party leader responded to bad behaviour. Boris Johnson tried to get Owen Paterson off. Keir Starmer kicked, what's her name, Claudia Webb, kicked her out of the party.
Yeah, I mean, that was the right thing to do, clearly. But it just seems that some of the politics, this seems like a bit of a Westminster bubble. Do you think eventually it will penetrate through and people will start to see the Conservatives as a sleaze party?
Yeah, I don't think it's a Westminster bubble story at all. I think, if you look at what people think of politicians is that they're all greedy, they're in it for themselves, they're selfish, they're unprincipled and all the rest of it. And what Boris Johnson has done is prove them right, especially about the Conservative Party. And I think people will notice the difference. I think people think that Keir Starmer, with his legal background, is straighter and more honest than Boris Johnson. And I think that will have an advantage for the Labour Party at the next election when it comes.
Well, listen, John, thank you so much for your thoughts. That's John Rentoul. He's the chief political commentator for The Independent.